What is communication? Now, the reason I ask this question is that not enough people know the answer. Now, that may sound a little silly, but not enough people know what the answer to this question is. When I ask people, what is communication? Let me summarize some of the answers I get. First answer I get is, communication is the dissemination of information. What do you think? Not too good. They're not communicating, right? Communication is the transfer of ideas. Communication is the exchange of information. Now let me tell you how I look at all of that. How many of you in here know what this word means, paradigm? Please raise your hands. Now trust me, I did not use this word to impress you. That was not my goal. 30 or 40 or 50 years ago when I learned this word, the dictionary pronounced it paradigm. Still does today. Educators got a hold of this word and started calling it a paradigm. Consultants got a hold of this word and called it a paradigm. If I hear one more consultant shift a paradigm, I'm going to throw up. And other people pronounce it paradigm. Now, I don't care how you pronounce it, okay? That's not important. But make believe that 2 weeks ago or whenever you signed up for this class, I sent each of you a letter. First sentence of that letter said, when you come to this program, please bring a paradigm of communication with you. Now, when you see that letter and the first sentence says, please bring a paradigm of communication with you, you are going to do one of 5 things. First thing you're going to do is throw it away. If you don't know what the word paradigm means, you're going to read that thing and say, who's this clown? Who's he trying to impress? And what impression would you get of this class? Boring, stuffy, stilted academic snooze time, right? And you wouldn't come. If you don't come, do I get the results I'm looking for? No. Second thing you might do is assume. You would assume that by reading the rest of the letter, it would explain what a paradigm is, or that the word paradigm is not important. It's what follows that's important. Or you would ask the next 12 people to walk by your desk. What's a paradigm? What's a paradigm? What's a paradigm? See, they don't know either. So basically, you've wasted a lot of time. Now, the fourth and fifth things that you would do depends on your age. If you're older than 30, you would check it in the dictionary. If you're younger, you'd Google it, right? So you're trying to find out what the word means. So you look in the dictionary or on Google, find out what that definition says. Read my letter to try to figure out what in the world I'm talking about. Read that definition one more time just to make sure that it sticks with you and that you can use it on somebody someday. And you figure, I'm going to fix his wagon, so you send me a letter. And you say, we don't have any paradigms around here, but we've got a lot of affirmates. Now, do you understand what just took place here? We have just disseminated information. We've transferred ideas. We've even exchanged information. Stamps are flying all over the country. The email wires are burning up. Has communication taken place yet? Not even close. Not even close. Before I tell you what communication is, I think I better tell you what a paradigm is. A paradigm is a pattern, model, or example by which you are supposed to learn something about the structure of the English language. Pattern, model, example by which you are supposed to learn something about the structure of the English language. So when these guys run around shifting paradigms, what are they talking about? They're not talking about the English language. But that's the original and still consistent definition for the word paradigm. But see, what they did was they took the first part of the definition, pattern, example, model, 3 words that everybody knows and understands. And they had to justify their high fees, so they used the word paradigm. If you want to use a pattern, a model, or an example, use those words. Everybody understands them, and you get results. You're risking your results if you use anything but the first definition. Let me tell you what communication means. The word communication comes from a Latin word that means to share. Communication means sharing. Now, before you share something with someone, one other condition has got to exist. You have to care. Now, did I say you had to agree with the person? No. You have to like the person? No. But you have to care enough about yourself and about that other person that you both understand it the same way. This is not rocket science. This is what communication means, caring and sharing. Now, let me take it one step further. The word communication itself. Does anyone in here know what the heart of communication is? Can anybody in here tell me what the heart of communication is? What's inside of you? Oh, okay. What's inside communication? You and I. The heart of communication is you and I. But here's the real message. Who comes first? You. See, that's the important message here. The you is always more important. Interestingly enough, in the word audience, you comes before I in the word audience. There's a message here, folks. It ain't about you. It's always about your audience. So if you think of communication, think of you and I and caring and sharing. Get that idea burned into your brain, because that's how you'll have success.